Hey guys, welcome to week 8. Last week I think I said that I can't believe that we were already at week 7, and now I can't believe that it's only week 8. So, very confusing. Alright, so this week we're finishing up our transformations. Our last type of transformation is a rotation, so we'll be talking about that. So, these are your goals for the week. Watch entire slide 2 video, which is this. Read through the entire slideshow, attend the Zoom meeting on Thursday at 1:30. That's a separate grade as always. Complete Ed Puzzle rotations, it's 50 points. Complete Buzz Math rotations on the coordinate plane, that's another 50 points. So your assignment for the week right there is half and half, 100 points. And play Dreambox for 40 minutes with 20 minutes on an assigned focus lesson, also a separate grade, as you know. This is where the video is going to go. All right, so rotations. Rotations are trickier than the other transformations, but they're not that complicated if you just think about it. All right, so here are the rules for rotations, and here is the example that is shown here. So let me go over the rules real quick. A rotation of 90 degrees. So we're talking about a counterclockwise rotation. So counterclockwise is going this way. It's the opposite way of a clock. So a rotation of 90 degrees is represented by R and then the 90 degrees down here. And that's represented algebraically. Remember we did our algebraic rules last week for translations and for reflections. So xy, your coordinate xy, becomes negative yx. All that means is that whatever value you have here for y, you're changing to the negative version of and putting it here. It's going to become your new x value. And your current x value is going to now switch to your y value. So let's look at this down here. A rotation of 90 degrees. Notice how x is up here, and my x coordinate is 3, 8. Now I'm going to rotate 90 degrees, and my value of x prime is now, or I'm sorry, my coordinates of x prime, we are now at negative 8, 3. So notice that it went from 3, 8 to negative 8, 3. So my x and y flipped. See, they flipped. And the y value became a negative version of itself. That happens with each of these. Here's y. It's rotated 90 degrees. It was 3, 3. Now, well, that one's kind of hard, but it's now negative 3, 3. And then your z is over here, 8, 3. Rotate 90 degrees. Now we're at negative 3, 8. So we switched. So let's look over here. This represents the rotation. So we were at 3, 8, 3, 3, and 8, 3. So first we flip them because this says this says xy is now negative yx. So the first thing I do is flip them. 3, 8 becomes 8, 3. And then this also says make y the negative version of it. So right here, 8 was positive. Now it's negative. If this were negative before, that would become positive. It's the negative version of whatever it is. 3, 3, I'm going to flip them first, which would still be 3, 3, and then I'm going to make the negative version of whatever was here. So now we have negative 3, 3. 8, 3, flip them. Negative 3, 8. I'm sorry, 3, 8, and then this becomes a negative version, so negative 3, 8. All right, so that's rotating 90 degrees. That's the rule. Rotation of 180 degrees, counterclockwise. XY becomes negative x, negative y. All you're doing is negating whatever x and y were. So if they were negative, you're going to make them positive. If they were positive, you're going to make them negative. If one was negative, you're going to make it positive, and one was positive, you're going to make it negative. Just do the opposite of it. So let's see. X was 3, 8, 3, 8. Now it's going to be negative 3, negative 8. Y was 3, 3. Now it's negative 3, negative 3. Notice how it's down here. 8, 3, negative 8, negative 3. That one's pretty easy. A rotation of 270 degrees, you have xy, and now you're going to have y negative x. Notice how it's similar to rotation of 90 degrees, but instead of negating the x value, you're going to negate the y value. All right. And when I say the x and y values, I mean where they're sitting right now. So yes, it says y, but that's because it's moving from this spot to that spot. All right. So x was here at 3, 8. we moved it to here when we rotated 270 degrees. So we went from 3, 8, we're going to flip them, 8, 3, and we're going to negate whatever was here, -3. All right, you're going to do that for each. So just follow the rules. All right, they are here for your reference. They are in this slideshow. Follow the rules. Something else that I saw that is referenced briefly on the Edpuzzle that you're assigned is to pay attention to this, to how far your point is from the axis. So here's my x-axis. Z is 3 units from the x-axis, and it is 8 units from the y-axis. When I rotate up here, I'm now going to be 3 from the y-axis. Oops, sorry. So I was 3 from the x here. I turned it around. Now I'm 3, and now I'm 8 away. Pay attention to those things. Keep those things in mind. All right. All right. So this is just a transformations overview. Please read through this. It's very brief. There's only like 3 or 4 points for each, and it's just reviewing what we've already talked about and a reminder of things that we've done.